We have Pia Ranada on the line, reporting on Manila Mayor Isko Moreno. Pia?
Hi, Bea. Yeah, good evening.
Hi, Pia. Kamusta have we heard from Mayor Moreno?
Wala. Silent yung kanyang camp
Okay.
so far. We've been messaging him, Isko himself. We've been messaging his campaign manager and his chief of staff. So far, what we know is that he is with his family right now. He's spending the night with his family, but I'm pretty sure that he already knows the numbers coming in, yung
Yeah.
mga partial unofficial results. But so far, we have not heard any word of a press conference or concession speech yet, like any details about that. So we're all just waiting for any movement coming from his camp.
Pia, you've been covering, of course, the Manila Mayor for several months, even before he announced his candidacy, no? What was his mood heading into May 9? Given nga naman, napansin mo nga malamang, nabanggit mo nga malamang nakita niya naman niya yung unofficial partial results, no? Even though hindi pa kayo nag-uusap or hindi pa siya nagpaparamdam officially sa media. But what was his mood heading into May 9?
Malaban siya, I would
Yeah.
say that, like for example, yung meeting the advance niya, he was still very much parang a candidate who was fighting till the very end. And earlier this morning, when he entered his voting precinct, he was very upbeat. He was very puro smiles and charming pa rin as usual. Very much getting energy from yung crowd who greeted him when he arrived at his polling precinct. Talagang, of course, we know na marami namang voting precinct yun sa Manila. So, yung mga botante doon, mga Manileño. So, it was a very supportive crowd and he seemed to be very happy about that. And when he talked to us media, no, sabi niya na he did his best, let God do the rest. So para sa kanya, he offered himself, he's an alternative candidate, he's someone who pitched himself as a choice of people who might not go for Marcos Jr. or Lenny Robredo or the other candidates. So para sa kanya, he did what he could and now it's all up to God. It's all up to fate to decide what will happen. He offered prayers before heading to his voting precinct. So we know that he's a very religious man and he really started his day with prayers and I'm pretty sure that on his mind now, no, yun, parang let the will of whatever fate awaits just happen and we will see how gracefully he accepts whatever the results will be.
Yeah. Pia, the Manila Mayor, the outgoing Manila Mayor, did lay out a 10-year plan for the capital city of the Philippines, no? Has he discussed with you? Parang, so ano na ngayon? Because obviously, he gone for the presidency. He's not returning to Manila City Hall. Pero so what happens now to that 10-year plan of Isko Moreno?
His hope is that his endorsed mayoral bet, si Honey Lacuna, will be the one to continue his legacy. Anyway, she has been his vice mayor the term where he accomplished all of these things, yung kanyang infrastructure program, he had plans to parang create certain mga urban hubs, renewed urban hubs in Manila. He had more infrastructure to be built, more schools to finish, certain housing projects are still not complete. So yun yung kanyang hope na if the next administration is friendly towards his legacy, diba? And of course,
Yes.
that would be someone who he endorsed. It would be Honey who would win. But of course, we are yet to see if that will be what will happen.
Yeah. Siyempre, interesting to kasi at the end of the day naman, di ba? Like, I think in the meeting, the advances speech also of Isko Moreno, parang very clear naman yung gratitude niya towards Manila because, of course, he is what he is now. Although he seems to, this presidential run is likely not to end successfully for him, but the very fact, di ba, na he did poll very well in very early preference surveys. He does have a lot to thank Manila for. Thank you again, Pia Ranada. She's been covering Mayor Isko Moreno in his presidential campaign.